Hello friends, welcome to the world of business study by my YouTube channel Clear Concept. In the last discussion we have covered BST Part 1 of NCERT Chapter 9. Now in this discussion I'll be starting with BST Part 2 Chapter 10, that is Financial Market. Now the topics which we are going to cover today are concept of financial market, functions of financial market, and meaning of money market. Let's move to the first slide, that is concept of financial market. Financial market refers to a marketplace where creation and trading of financial assets such as shares, debentures, bonds, derivatives, currencies, etc. take place. It plays a crucial role in allocating limited resources in the country economy. It acts as an intermediary between the savers and the investors by mobilizing the fund between them. Now, I'll be explaining you this uh, financial market more in detail. Now, in an economic system, there are two major groups. One group who invest money or lend money, and the other one who borrows money for the use in their business. In financial market, links between these two different groups, or it is an intermediary between leaders and borrowers of the funds. Funds are borrowed by selling different financial assets or instruments such as share, debentures, bonds, securities, bill of exchange, foreign currencies, etc. Now, financial market can also be defined as an organized institutional structure or mechanism for creating and exchanging financial assets. So, the financial market comprises of institutions that are issuing the instruments or securities for the purpose of raising funds. Those instruments or securities that are called financial assets. It contains organized structure as the transactions are carried on according to present rules and regulations. Now this was all about the financial market. Now let's move to the next topic, that is money market. Now what is money market? A money market is a mechanical device through which short-term funds are loaned and borrowed, through which a large part of the financial transaction of a particular country or world are degraded. A money market is distinct from but supplementary to the commercial banking system. Now, I'll be explaining you this money market more in detail. Money market basically refers to a section of the financial market where financial instruments with high liquidity and short-term maturities are traded. Money market has become a component of the financial market for buying and selling of securities of short-term maturities, one of 1 year or less, such as treasury bill and commercial paper. Over the country, trading is done in the money market, and it is a wholesale process. It is used by the participants as a way of borrowing and lending for the short term. Money market consists of negotiable instruments such as treasury bill, commercial paper, and certificate of deposits. It is used by many participants including companies to raise funds by selling commercial paper in the market. Money market is considered a safe place to invest due to the high liquidity of securities. It has certain risks which investors should be aware of, one of them being default on securities such as commercial papers. Money market consists of various financial institutions and dealers who seek to borrow or loan securities. It is the best source to invest in liquid assets. The money market is an unregulated and informal market and non-structured like the capital markets, where things are organized in a formal way. Money market gives lesser return to the investor who invests in it but provides a variety of products. Withdrawing money from the money market is easier. Money market are difficult from capital market and as they are for a shorter period of time while capital market are used for longer time periods. Meanwhile, a mortgage lender can create protection against a fault risk by entering an agreement with the agency or private conduct for the operational rather than monetary delivery of the mortgage. In such an agreement, the originator effectively buys an option, which gives the lender the right but not the obligation to deliver the mortgage. Against that, the private conduct charges a fee for the following optional delivery. These were the all things about the money market. Now let's move to the next topic, that is functions of financial market. Basically, there are four functions of financial market. I'll be explaining you all these four functions one by one in detail. The first one, that is mobilization of saving and channeling them into the most productive uses. Financial market gives impetus to the saving of the people. The market takes the uselessly lying finance in the form of cash to place where it is really needed. Many financial instruments are made available for transferring finance from one side of to the other side. The investor can invest in any of these instruments according to their wish. Now the next point, that is facilitates price discovery. The price of any good or services is determined by the forces of demand and supply. Like goods and services, the investor also tried to discover the price of their securities. The financial market is helpful to the investor in giving them proper price. Third point, that is provides liquidity to the financial assets. This is a market where the buyers and the sellers of all the securities are available all the times. This is the reason that it provides liquidity to securities. It means that the investor can invest their money whenever they desire in securities through the medium of financial market. They can also convert their investment into money whenever they so desire. Now the last point, that is reduces the cost of transactions. Various type of information is needed while buying and selling securities. Much time and money is spent in obtaining it. The financial market makes available every type of information without spending the money. In this way, the financial market reduces the cost of transactions. These were all about the functions of financial market. These were the points that we need to cover in this section. In the next section, we'll be covering the topics like classification of financial market, money market instruments, and methods of flotation in primary market. Let us know your doubt or any specific query below in the comment section. Subscribe us and ring the bell button so that you won't miss any important update. Till then, enjoy studying business studies.